Howard University is more than just a school. It's an institution of greatness, a name that carries weight and a legacy. Being here makes you reflect. What does it mean to be me at the prestigious Howard University? So take a moment. Look at me. What do you see? Thinking about who you are in a place this grand, everything feels larger than life. Like the big lights in New York City, like Times Square itself. For those who come from smaller places, Howard is their New York, their Broadway stage. It's overwhelming yet inspiring to exist in a space filled with bold personalities and the presence of extraordinary ancestors. Listen closely. Pay attention. The truth about who I am is right here. Can you see it? I remember the first time I truly felt alone. I was standing in a room full of people, voices buzzing around me, laughter bouncing off the walls. Yet in the middle of it all, I felt invisible. I watched everyone else connect so effortlessly, their conversations flowing as if they were a part of a real rehearsed play, while I stood there struggling to find my place in the script. I smiled at the right times, nodded when expected, but inside there was a void, a gnawing sense of isolation that no amount of forced laughter could fill. I thought to myself, how is it possible to feel this alone while I'm surrounded by so many people? But the truth is, it's not the presence of the people that cures loneliness. It's the presence of connection. And that's what I didn't have. I watched as others locked eyes, shared inside jokes, and embraced each other like they were a part of something bigger. Meanwhile, I felt like I was fading into the backgrounds, like my existence didn't really matter to anyone in the room that night. I had left early. No one noticed. As I walked home, the cold air biting my skin, I couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. Why couldn't I just fit in? Why couldn't I feel what everyone else seemed to feel? The loneliness was suffocating, and it followed me home.
I'm sitting right now here with the director of the short film, The Truth Behind Me. Please share with us, why did you make such an impactful video?
I made the video for an RA application.
Right. So why are you interested in the RA position?
There's a lot of things that RAs do, but the most thing that kind of touches my heart is making sure that first year residents don't feel like the same emotions that I felt my first year at Howard University as portrayed in the short film.
Okay. What are some hard skills and personality traits do you think will be assets to your residents?
The best way I describe myself is I'm a clown. So I'm charismatic, loyal, omnipresent, witty, and notable. Charismatic, I draw people in. Loyalty, I build trust with everybody who I come in paths with. Omnipresence, making sure that I'm accessible and visible to people that need me and to the residents. Witty, it makes me adaptable when challenges arrive, and then notability just makes sure that I leave a lasting impact.
That is great. So tell us a time when you had to bring a group of people together who had different perspectives or personality, and how did you foster a sense of community and resolve any conflicts?
Well, as Drew Hall Council President, I was working with 9 other young gentlemen, freshmen to be exact, to make sure that we put on events here at Drew Hall. Dealing with those different emotions, I think, was pretty easy, being that the product of the things that we were able to produce at Drew Hall Council has been the biggest that it's ever been. Doing a whole week of wellness events focusing on the physical, spiritual, emotional, and mental aspect of African American males.
Oh, that's really cool. Okay, As an RA, you will interact with residents from different backgrounds and cultures and identities. How will you create an inclusive and welcoming environment?
Well, for the most part, I live by the principles of OCD leadership, is what I like to call it. So organization, collaboration, and development.
Okay. So lastly, for the last question, if you had an unlimited budget for one community building event in your resident hall, what would you plan and why?
I would probably do a larger scale wellness week. Reason being is that mental health is a huge thing for college students. So connecting with freshmen and making sure that we can do a larger scale wellness week to where we make sure that students get a holistic support, not just mentally, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually.
I'm R.A. Trey at Cook Hall, and I support this
Hi, I'm
message.
Miss Jennifer, mailroom lady. I support this
My
message.
name Perry. I'm security at Drew Hall, and I support this
My
message.
name is Mr. Brown. I'm the building manager of Drew & Cook, and I support this
My
message.
name is Kimar Jordan. I'm an RA at Drew, and I support this message.
My name is Praise Summers. I am Drew Hall Council Vice President, and I support this message.